Hi, my name's Steve Robinson. I'm from South Hero, Vermont, along with my wife Kelly, my son Patrick. We operate Islandacres Farm. We just retired from dairy farming and are transitioning into a beef operation. We're selling some square bales now and just working the land. So I did a lot of duck hunting during grade school, being my teenage years, and uh, I was introduced to it on our land and traveled some, and still enjoy hunting. Introduced my two boys to it early, and one of them took to it real well, and we enjoyed many days of hunting and fishing together. We still do.
I'm always I always want to make that extra step to go out and make sure that if you introduce somebody to hunting, you do it the right way, because it only takes a few poor sportsmen to ruin it for everybody else. That's why land gets posted. That's why people get angry with hunters, is inappropriate and unsportsmanlike things done out in the field, like leaving garbage or hunting on land without permission, or not harvesting an animal the right way, or properly.
Well, I think hunting on my land and letting other people hunt on my land has created an education for both myself and the people that hunt. It has created some really great friendships with local kids down the road. There's probably 3 or 4 young fellows here in town that have hunted and harvested their first deer on our property, which was been very special to me and very integral into their introduction into hunting. I think hunters play a big role in managing, not only in harvesting animals, but also in the surveys that we take at the end of the year. How many deers did you see? How many days did you go hunting? It's a revenue source for the state, and it's another set of eyes um, on my land, where they're more apt to say, hey, I saw something, in the field, or there was a tree on the fence line. I saw this plant, or I saw this bird. The sightings of bald eagles, has been great, and when I get that information, I try to pass that along. And, beavers, the muskrats, herons, and the osprey, and just the animals, the coyotes, the beaver action that's in there is incredible.
Be either deer or, yeah, because they'll see, the idea is the big buck, they'll go out where we can't get out there, okay, and then they'll just go out, and where there's a dry spot, then they'll just hang out, and we'll walk right by them. And now if you're up in the Northeast Kingdom, there it's a little different. A deer sees you, takes off. Around here they're so used to people, they just step aside, let you walk by, let you keep right on going.
The deer hunting role, I think, is big for orchard growers. And I'm not going to speak for orchard growers, but I know that they're under a huge pressure from the deer population. So anything that we can do to help manage that, being able to give what you take off the land. I mean, if it's a vegetable, if it's an animal, the same when we're raising animals, to be able to give some of that away, the vegetables, and being able to harvest an animal and to use all of the meat. We have a local butcher here that will cut up the deer meat for you, and so we're creating business for him. We're also taking responsibility for our land and the animals that are on it, and then being able to pass it on. It's very important to get to know your landowner, before you go hunting, before you go hiking. This is the time of year to go, and during the off season, when you're not hunting, and go and see some. Boy, you see a piece of property, you say, boy, I really like to hunt that. And you said, well, find out who owns it and get to know them. And it's the community that helped with the conservation easement, and to be able to give that back to the community through hunting, through cross-country skiing, through hiking, through snowshoeing, you know, it makes it a bigger thing than just my land. It becomes our land. It becomes the community's. You know, and Patrick getting a wildlife biology degree in college. You know, from me introducing him to the outdoors, and his love for the outdoors is so great. You know, and being able to hunt with him and to fish with him and to see his his love for the outdoors too is that's my reward.